group stages for the 22-23 campaign of the Champions League have just been drawn a matter of minutes ago, and I'm going to give you my reaction to each and every single one of the groups. So if you want to see my predictions video, all you got to do is you got to subscribe with notifications turned on, like the video if you do enjoy it, and without wasting any more of your time, let's get into the reactions of the groups. Look lads, I'll tell you, I'm not the smartest lad, but I will tell you I do know the alphabet, and that would mean we'll start with Group A: Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli and Rangers. Ajax had a decent Champions League campaign last year, getting knocked out in the round of 16, whilst with Liverpool they went all the way to the final, losing out to Real Madrid. And then finally Rangers, who returned to the Champions League for the first time in a very long time, Europa League runners-up, and they faced Liverpool in a competitive match for the first time ever. Ben Davies will finally make his Anfield debut only 2 years after he signed for Liverpool and as a Rangers player. The man earned £65,000 a week for 2 years, you gotta respect it, and he didn't even play a single competitive match. You expect Liverpool to top this group quite comfortably. I mean, they're losing to Man United at the moment, so maybe not, but if their form does improve, you would expect them to top it quite easily. Moving on to Group B, it's not one I'm going to be keeping an eye on. It is a fairly competitive group. You can feel any team could easily get through to the knockout stages. I really do like the look of Bayern Leverkusen. Florian Wirtz will unfortunately miss the majority of the group stages due to an ACL injury, a player I really like the look of. I don't really have anything to say about this group. It's fairly boring. We'll move on to Group C. And Group C is definitely one of the more interesting ones. We have Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Barcelona, and well, Plajon? I'm not going to be talking about you, Plajon, so, you know, I'm sorry for all the fans watching. I don't know who you are. Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. Last year's group stage, Bayern Munich ended up topping the group, while Barcelona ended up going to the Europa League. But Barcelona have taken away Bayern Munich's main man in Robert Lewandowski, who reunited against his former club. But Bayern Munich now have a new man in Sadio Mane. Speaking of Inter Milan, they have a new man, but he's also their old man, Romelu Lukaku, who they sold for 100 million, brought back on loan. I think Barcelona will get through the knockout stages. They've spent so much money, it would actually be a crime if they don't. And in recent years, Inter Milan always seem to do terrible in European competition. Group D: Frankfurt, Spurs, Sporting Lisbon and Marseille. And honestly, I really like the look of Marseille. It's probably a random one, but they have Dimitri Payet and Alexis Sanchez. That is just old school Premier League ballers. I could say it's a very easy group for Spurs, but it's Spurs. You never know with Spurs. Frankfurt have lost some of their best players, so again, you can't really say much about them. I'm just really looking forward to watching Marseille. A bit of Dimitri Payet in the Champions League. I'm telling you, he's going to score a world of a free kick versus Spurs. Just you wait. Now on to Group E: AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg and Dynamo Zagreb. And well, again, it's not the most interesting group. I probably will watch a few of the games, but it's not one I'm going to be so interested in that I will watch every single match. AC Milan had a terrible European campaign last year, finishing bottom of their group. I'd expect it to be a lot better this year. I'd say they probably will get out of the group, and finally we'll have the 7-time European champions playing in the knockout stage. RB Salzburg have lost their main goal scorer in Karim Adeyemi, but they just seem to grow talented young footballers. So watch them have a new striker who will score at least 6 goals in the group. Whilst with Chelsea, I'm really unsure about them this season. I don't know if they're going to have a good season or a bad season. It's just not looking good so far. Spending 70 million on Anthony Gordon, that is just embarrassing. Now on to Group F, the champions of Europe, as much as it pains me to say it. Real Madrid will be joined by RB Leipzig, Shakhtar, and return to the Champions League from Celtic. And you know what? I fancy Celtic to get out of this. I think playing at home is really going to help them. I think that atmosphere is going to be incredible, and they're going to end up qualifying for the knockout stages. Though, to be fair, Christopher Nkunku was on fire last season. Now joined by Timo Werner, it could be looking scary. And I don't think Shakhtar will be that offended. They have worse problems going on. I mean, the country's being blown up as it stands, so I don't think they'll care too much when they lose to Real Madrid. Group G: Man City, Sevilla, Borussia Dortmund and Copenhagen. In Group C, we saw Robert Lewandowski reunite with his former club Bayern Munich. Now we see Erling Haaland reunite with his former club Borussia Dortmund. Are we going to have one of those moments where Marco Reus smiles at Haaland? I hope not. I really feel sorry for you, Marco. I know you're a big fan of the channel. Seriously though, you have to feel sorry for Marco Reus. I bet his wife left him for Bayern Munich. And finally, Group H. And well, I think it could be PSG's year, but I think that every year. I really thought PSG would end up playing Barcelona. Messi reuniting with Barcelona. I thought it was written in the stars. But no, apparently Lewandowski reuniting with Bayern Munich is more important. PSG will face Juventus, Benfica and Hafia. Again, sorry to all the Hafia fans, but I don't know who you are, and I really don't care. Look, knowing PSG, they'll probably finish bottom of the group with their Champions League luck. Juventus, they're terrible, really. Juventus are terrible. I really don't know how they qualify for the Champions League. Allegri is a terrible manager. If they want any chance of even competing for the Champions League or even getting to the quarterfinals max, they're going to have to sack him. But yeah, that group does look quite interesting. I think Benfica could cause a bit of an upset, and you know what? Don't be surprised and come back to this video when I look like a genius. So when you look at the groups this year, which one is the group of death? I'm going to go with Group C: Inter Milan, Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Plazen. It's not the biggest group of death, is it? You know, there really isn't a massive one. There's 4 great teams in a group this year. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what do you think about the group stages? Who is your dark horse for the Champions League this year? And are you excited as I am to see Alexis Sanchez and Dimitri Payet balling out in the Champions League? I'm going to say it again. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.